The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Hi everybody, my name is Ron Jeckett. Welcome to the last live broadcast of the week, this 10th day of March 2022. We had the first of 13 meetings, not that we're going to have all 13, between the two main combatants in the American League East in 1985. The New York Yankees have found themselves after a very sluggish start. They are 29-23, and looking up at the Toronto Blue Jays. The Yankees took the Blue Jays in real life down to the last penultimate day of the season, the next to the last day, before the Blue Jays slammed the door and clinched their first playoff spot. The Blue Jays of 1985 in this replay are in very good shape. They are 35-19, and they will go with Doyle Alexander to their first visit to the big old ballpark in the Bronx. Bob Shirley, you jest, gets a call for the Yankees. We'll have a number of these, I'm sure, coming up. But right now, it's the Blue Jays and the Yankees next, as Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1985. Today, from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, it is the New York Yankees versus the Toronto Blue Jays. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so it was not a great weekend for the Blue Jays. They dropped 3 out of 4 to the Tigers. Good morning. Yes, I am a heathen. I got my Wordle today in 2, and that was pretty awesome. Anyway, so the Blue Jays coming in on a down note to face the Yankees. The Yankees are playing well. Bob Shirley gets the start for New York. He's 31 years old, a fastball pitcher, 85, and a ground ball plus pitcher. He will make 8 starts on the year. This is his first. He's gone out of the bullpen 14 times. He last pitched a week ago against the Oakland A's, 2 2/3 innings, 26 pitches, a hit, and 2 strikeouts. Against the Mariners on May 31st, he went 6 and got the win, his only decision on the year. He has a 2.03 ERA. So in 31 innings, he's allowed 25 hits, 7 runs all earned, 2 homers, 6 walks, and 14 strikeouts. This will be the lineup he'll face. It'll be Damaso Garcia leading off for Toronto at second base. Lloyd Mosby in center will bat second. George Bell in left will go third. Bobby Cox has it right. Jesse Barfield cleans up in right. Jeff Burrows, the DH, will bat fifth. Willie Upshaw at first will go sixth. Buck Martinez with the lefty on the mound will catch and bat seventh. Garth Org at third goes eighth. And Tony Fernandez at short will bat ninth. Doyle Alexander on the mound should go about 130 pitches. Defensively for the Yankees, Dan Pasqua is an 8 and a 4 in left. Ricky Henderson is a 7 in center. Dave Winfield is an 8 and an 8 in right. Around the infield, Mike Pagliarulo is a 5 at third. Bobby Meacham a 5 at short. Willie Randolph is 7 at second. Don Mattingly is 7 at first. Butch Weiniger is an 8 and a 5 behind the plate. And Shirley is a 7 on the mound with an .864 fielding percentage. That's not very good. So Garcia steps in at .277, a homer, and 17 RBI. So this is my graduation day, -4. June 10th, Monday night, 1985. 74 degrees in New York. Clear skies, winds 11 from left to right. Time at the tone is 12:04. Boop. So the pitch to Garcia, ground ball to Randolph. Willie throws to Mattingly, and that's an error on somebody. Garcia holds at first. The throw was high, and Mattingly couldn't get it. It skipped off the top of his glove, and for Randolph, that's an E4. Then I'll bring up Mosby. Lloyd at 294, 9 homers and 41 RBI. Sunday, we're with you for football at noon. Patriots and Raiders in the AFC wildcard game. And when we're with you on Monday, it'll be a Monday through Thursday baseball week. The White Sox and the Mariners for you Monday at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Pitch to Mosby. Got him. So 1-2 on the outside corner, and that's the first strikeout from Bob Shirley. Here's George Bell. George at 296, 14 homers, and 51 driven in. There's a ground ball to third. Pagliarulo will erase Garcia. Randolph goes to first, and that will be a 5-4-3. Around the horn they go. Blue Jays, no runs, no hits, and the error does not hurt. Half an inning in the books. Toronto, nothing. Here come the Yankees. So Doyle Alexander making his 13th start of the year. He is 7-4 with an ERA of 2.80. He hasn't allowed a run in his last 2 starts. His last loss was against Cleveland on May 24th, and since then he shut out the Indians and then the Twins on June 5th, 5 days ago. In fact, they beat him 13-0. Happy Heathen Day indeed. 9 innings for Alexander in that shutout, a 4-hitter. And he struck out 3. So overall, surely I cannot be serious. Absolutely not. 93 in the 3rd innings for Doyle. 84 hits. 34 runs, 29 earned. He's given up 7 homers, walked 25, and struck out 35. Alexander is 7-4 with an ERA at 2.80. 35 years old. A folk hero, of course, in Detroit for reasons not known in 1985. Fastball pitcher, 84. And a ground ball pitcher. Ricky Henderson steps in. He's hitting .302, 7 homers, and 31 RBI. Don Mattingly batting second. At first for Billy Martin's Yankees. Dave Winfield in right will go third. Don Baylor cleans up as the DH. Butch Weiniger catching will bat fifth. Dan Pasqua in left will go sixth. Willie Randolph at second bats seventh. Mike Pagliarulo at third will go eighth. And Bobby Meacham at short will bat ninth. Bob Shirley is through 12 pitches in his half of the first. Defensively for the Blue Jays, George Bell a 5 and a 5 and left. Lloyd Mosby a 5 and a 4 in center. Jesse Barfield at 8 and a 10 in right. Garth Org a 3 at third. Tony Fernandez an 8 at short. Damaso Garcia a 4 at second. Willie Upshaw is a 6 at first. Buck Martinez a 4 and a 4 behind the plate. And Doyle Alexander is a 7 with a .984 fielding percentage. Ricky's sitting on a 9-game hitting streak. Alexander starts his night with a base hit to left. So Ricky now has a 10-game streak. Bell will throw that back in. And that's not a good stolen base percentage, 59%. Here's Mattingly, 296, 6 homers, and 41 RBI. Game 53 for the Yankees and 54 or 55 for the Blue Jays. Throw to first, Henderson back, and now he's going to go. It looks like, by the way, we could get a deal today in real baseball. Both sides agreed to kick the can down the road on the international draft. And I think enough of the issues were worked out yesterday that maybe, just maybe, they recant on not getting the season or having games canceled. If they do it today, I can't see why they couldn't do it. Henderson doesn't go. And it's ball one to Mattingly. So Alexander, a 1-0 count. Pitch to Don. Pitch out, nothing going. So 2-0 to Mattingly. Alexander, you know you got to worry about what Ricky can do. And Ricky's going to go. Throw down from Martinez to Fernandez. And they got him! So after all that, in 3 pitches, Alexander won the battle. And it's 2-1 to Mattingly. A 75% chance to steal the base. And Ricky is thrown out. And then I'll give Buck a few stories from when the Blue Jays start playing this year. Pitch to Mattingly. Line drive up the middle, and that's a base hit. Mosby will pick it up. Garcia, the former Yankee, should have had it. So 1 out, 1 on for Dave Winfield. 312, 13 homers, 46 RBI. From the stretch. Struck him out. Full count fastball, swung on and missed. So 2 out for Don Baylor at 250, 7 homers, and 26 RBI. Can't imagine Henderson has been thrown out all that much. In fact, that was his 8th time. In real life, he stole 80 and was thrown out 10. So his success rate in the replay is not as good as it was in real life. And if you're wondering about his arm, he's a 4. Pitch to Baylor. There's a liner in the left field. That'll drop in front of Bell. Mattingly will round second and hold. And so Alexander has given up 3 hits here in the first. That's almost as many as he gave up in 9 innings against the Twins. Here's Weiniger, 188, no homers and 12 RBI. So first and second, 2 on, no score. Bottom of the first. Alexander deals, runners go, Weiniger into right, Barfield. Don't mess with him, he'll make the catch, and the Yankees go home empty-handed. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, they leave on 2. We go to the second, no score. So Barfield, Burrows, and Upshaw. Barfield at 292, 8 homers, and 29 RBI. Shirley starts the second. Fly ball to left. Pasqua has that one tracked down. 1 out. Brings up Burrows. Jeff at 231. A homer. And 13 RBI. From the stretch. Struck him out. 2-2. Fastball looking. So Shirley, you just is pitching really well. Here's the other left-hander in the lineup for the Blue Jays, Willie Upshaw, 284, 5 homers, 33 RBI. From the wind, rather, and he struck him out. He got him right down Broadway, and Shirley 6 up, 6 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the second coming up, no score. Dan Pasqua looks like a bat boy in that picture, doesn't he? Hitting .333, 2 homers and 18 at-bats and 6 RBI. Alexander's pitch. In the right, Barfield going back, 1 out. Was Willie Upshaw any relation to Gene? Now, something about the back of a baseball card tells me that you might be right. But he would have been considerably younger, wouldn't he? I think Gene Upshaw was retired by 85. Here's Willie Randolph. Willie at 258, a homer, and 17 RBI. Alexander deals, and there's a ground ball to Fernandez, and it's going to play him. So there's no throw. Fernandez couldn't get a handle on it. And there's 1 out for Pagliarulo at 222, 6 homers and 17 RBI. So let's see if Billy Martin will let the runner run here. He will not. Pitch to Pagliarulo. Base hit up the middle. Mosby will scamper to pick it up. Randolph, however, will not go to third. So first and second, one out for Bobby Meacham, who's going to lay one down here. Blue Jays playing back, and Henderson on deck. Why not? Meacham squares. It's down. Martinez only has a play at first, so the sacrifice works 2-4. 2 out for Mickey Henderson. I am playing as the home team. Henderson has a single. He's 1 for 1. Alexander, his opening 9 on 35 pitches, an inning and 2/3, 4 hits. No runs and a strikeout. If they had played on the corners, I probably wouldn't have bunted. But you've got Ricky Henderson at the plate. Hudler needs the help. He's only a 3 out there speed-wise out of 10. Henderson, who drove in 72 in real life. Ground ball to short. Fernandez over to first, and the Yankees will leave 2 more on. So no runs, a hit. The error does not hurt. The Yankees are playing like the 85 Red Sox. My goodness, they've left on 4. As we go to the third, no score. So Buck Martinez, Garth Org, and Tony Fernandez. Buck at 225, 5 homers, and 9 RBI. Shirley starts the third. Ground ball to Meacham. Bobby deep in the hole. Over to first. 1 out. The only time I play a road team is if it's the Red Sox, or if it's a late season game and the home team is well out of it. But aside from that, today I'm wearing pinstripes. Here's Org. Garth at 333, 2 homers and 6 RBI. Shirley deals. Ground ball to Randolph. Willie grabs a handle over to first, 2 out. So Shirley is throwing a gem so far. Here's Tony Fernandez. 277, a homer, 4 triples, and 14 RBI. When I do strat, I play both teams in all except for football. I'll be the team I want to be in football. But in baseball, basketball, and hockey, I played them both. Fernandez. Right back up the box. Shirley off the mound. Throws to first, and it's 9 up, 9 down. How about that? No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the third here at the stadium. No score. Good morning, Forrest. How's the weather in San Diego? So Mattingly, Winfield, and Baylor. Don has a single. 1 for 1. Alexander has been lucky so far. The Yankees have had plenty of base runners, but home plate still has cobwebs. Todd B. had a pinch hit grand slam the other day. Patted himself on the back. I guarantee that wasn't George Hendrick. Pitch to Mattingly. He lines out one to Garcia, who leaps to make the catch, 1 out. Here's Winfield. Dave is 0 for 1. He struck out. The lone strikeout from Alexander. Blue Jays lost a heartbreaker yesterday, 2-1. Gary Thomason of the Yanks. Wow. And you've told me before. So what year Yankees are you doing? 78? Pitch to Winfield. Struck him out. Alexander got him on a 1-2, looking on the outside corner. So 2 out for Baylor, who singled. Pinch hit grand slams are rare. I would imagine for us the next 78 with Guidry. As soon as the lockout ends, OOTP will probably announce OOTP 23. And I'm sure that Mr. Cook is cooking up the football game as we speak. Pitch to Baylor. Popped up. Martinez goes back to the screen. You could drive a lot behind there. And Buck makes a catch against the screen to retire the side. A good play by Martinez. He's having himself a night. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the fourth, no score. So that would be probably the next two releases. I don't know when Clay will release Baseball Mogul. Action PC Basketball is a good game. I'm glad you're liking it. What are you doing with that, Todd B? Damaso Garcia is 0 for 1. Bob Shirley 9 up, 9 down with 3 strikeouts. He's thrown 34 pitches. To short, Meacham across the way. 1 out. What about on the board game side? Well, those releases will come out closer to the new season. I think all the baseball stuff is, unless Replay hasn't released cards yet, they're all out. And you'll probably see the football stuff come out closer to football season. Here's Mosby. Lloyd struck out his first time up. There goes the no-hitter, and that one is blooped into center field. Oh, Anthony's releasing his college football for Glory Days in the not-distant future. That should be an interesting release. Anthony, of course, a great guy, maker of Glory Days boxing. George Bell grounded into a double play his first time up. Throw to first. Mosby back. Lloyd has 10 steals. 30 for 30 league. 30 different teams from different eras, and each team has a 30-point score on it. Nice. So I'm assuming, Mr. Cleveland fan, that you have a LeBron James Cleveland team, or are you more of the... Actually, I'm not... Oh, I don't know, Forrest. Those games don't actually come out until there. I mean, I don't know. Pitch to Bell. There's a base hit left field. Pascal picking up. Again, football releases come closer to the season. Is there something specific you're looking for? So Barfield is 0 for 1. Mosby on second. Bell on first. Shirley finally in a little bit of trouble here in the top of the fourth. Got him! How about that? A fastball. I'm not sure what Jesse was looking for, but he watched out 1-2 go right down Broadway. 2 out. Brings up Jeff Burrows, who struck out his first time up. Pitch to Jeff. He walked him. So what the baseball gods giveth, they taketh away. So Mosby on third. Bell on second, Burrows on first, an advantage Shirley with the lefty Willie Upshaw at the plate. He kind of looks like Gene Upshaw. I wouldn't be surprised. Whoever asked him if they were related, it wouldn't surprise me. Willie might be a cousin. Struck out his first time up. Played the 61-62 Lakers against the 05-06 Lakers last night. Kobe beat him 130-122. Forrest, there are so many baseball and football games out, I'm not quite sure what's left to invent. Pitch to Upshaw. Struck him out. Shirley gets out of the bases loaded jam. Jays 2 hits and a walk and get nothing out of it. They've left on 3. Bottom 4. No score. So before Butch Weininger steps to the plate, the Yankees come into this one 5 back. Winners of 3 straight. They were 7 back. Detroit had a great weekend in Toronto. But the Jays are 17-8 on the road. American League West, Seattle is in second place. 1 game under 500. Kansas City rules the roost, but they're letting it. You can't lose 7-10. You're going to let all sorts of teams back in it. So that's the Monday afternoon game. In the National League East, St. Louis leads the Cubs by 8. Montreal by 9.5. The Mets are 12 back. They split that doubleheader. And because we must mention the Dodgers, they've won 3 straight. 5.5 over Houston. We'll see if we can get the Dodgers on sometime next week. So Weiniger is 0 for 1. Ball 4. Alexander lost him. And that's the first walk from Doyle. Butch has no speed. Here's Pasqua. He's 0 for 1. We're taping Digital Dice, by the way. Next. Pitch to Dan. There's a ground ball to Garcia. Might be 2. They're going to get Weiniger at second. Fernandez will not throw to first, or if it is, it's late. It's a late throw, and Pasqua beat it out. So 4-6 on the fielder's choice. 1 out for Willie Randolph, who's 0 for 1. So the Yankees will trade no speed for little speed. Does Cook have the teams available for the pre-play for the NCAA tournament when the brackets are set up? I don't remember off the top of my head. Maybe. Pitch to Randolph. Struck him out. Willie swings and misses on a curve. 2 out for Pagliarulo. Mike singled his first time up. So the Blue Jays are playing in their second straight pretty intense game. Vermont, if they win Saturday morning, is likely to be a 13 seed, and that would be the best they've ever been. Good morning, John. How are you? Pitch to Pagliarulo. Pasqua leads off of first. Fernandez dives, takes it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. 6U on the force. No runs, no hits, no errors. Yankees have left on 5 through 4. No score. So Buck Martinez, Garth Org, and Tony Fernandez to face Bob Shirley here in the 5th. Pre-plays are fun. Pitch to Buck. Ground ball to Mattingly. 1 out. Here's Org. Garth is 0 for 1. Shirley winds and deals. There's a base hit into left past Meacham. Pascal will pick it up. And Garth has the 3rd Blue Jay hit. Tony Fernandez, he's 0 for 1. Cactus College basketball, Matt? No. I've not heard good things about Cactus Pro basketball. Topic today is price point for games. Yeah, I've heard of Cactus League. Pitch to Tony. There's a ground ball to Mattingly. He goes to second for 1. Meacham with a relay back to first. And they're going to get him. How about that? So a 3-6-3 and halfway home on a Thursday afternoon. It is scoreless in New York. That makes everyone's color better. I somehow enlarged my screen when I went to do the commercial break and I couldn't see who was actually chatting. Well, there's been no score in this one. If you joined us late, Doyle Alexander, a 4-hitter. He's walked 1, struck out 3. Bob Shirley, a 3-hitter through 5. He's walked 1 and struck out 5. And so this has been a pitcher's duel. Meacham, Henderson, and Mattingly for the Yankees here in the 5th. I have not heard good things about Cactus League basketball. Yep, we talked about this a little bit, John. I think we're inching closer to a deal. And I think if they get it today, they may get an all 162. This is one day. Meacham, sacrifice bunt his first time up. This time he grounds 1 to Upshaw. Willie underhands it to Alexander. And that is an out. And I didn't even get a chance to take a drink in that break. Ricky Henderson is 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. Alexander through 18 batters, 69 pitches, 4 1/3, 4 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. And a caught stealing. There we go. There's a sip of drink. It's important to wet your whistle when you talk aimlessly to yourself for an hour at a time. Pitch to Ricky. There's a ground ball foul first base side. Matt brought up a good point when I did the solo show last week about whether you play to win games or for the stats. I think it's been seriously discussed. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Polar Orange Dry. Diet Orange Dry. That a lot of it, especially in cards and dice, come with the dice. The dice really are random. 0-2 the count to Ricky Henderson. There's a fly ball, shallow right center. Mosby rides the Schwinn for the out. 2 away. Brings up Don Mattingly, 1 for 2. Mr. Mike, how often did Martin bat Mattingly second? I'm puzzled by that, especially since he drove in 145. Pitch to Don. There's a line drive left field. Bell will corral it, but not before Mattingly is into second with a stand-up double. So that's 18 for Mattingly. 2 out, runner in scoring position. You can just make sure that you have so many. It's kind of like Todd asked, how can you ban the way a team plays defense? I would imagine it would just be like an illegal procedure in football. You need to have so many defenders on the left side of second base. I guess so. Mike says, what did he go? Pick the lineup from a hat today? That's what we had the other day with the Mets. No Carter, no Hernandez. Strawberry was hurt. Here's Winfield. Davis struck out twice. 2 out. Alexander deals. Ground ball to Garcia. Damaso picks it up. Over to Upshaw in a hurry. And Winfield is safe. The throw was low. And Upshaw just knocked it down. He couldn't get a glove on it. So runners on the corners. 2 out for Baylor, who's 1 for 2. John, like Strap PC when you roll the dice. You get all the stats and randomness of a dice roll. How I wish the rest of their PC line had a dice roll input. Of course, the other way to get around the shift is to beat it out. Pitch to Baylor. Popped up. Martinez. I think that one is going to find some fans. And it does. 0-2 the count. Now, runners on first and third. No score. Bottom 5. Pitch to Baylor. Don, it sends out one in the left center. Mosby read the scouting report and makes the catch. Yankees strand 2. No runs. A hit in the air again does not hurt. We go to the 6th in a 0-0 game. So Garcia, Mosby, and Bell to face Shirley here in the 6th. Bob, opening 18 on 68 pitches. My goodness. 5 innings, 3 hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Garcia drops one down. Shirley over to Randolph, and Damaso is out. So 1-4 on the bunt. Yankees have left on 7, the Jays 3. Here's Mosby. Lloyd is 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. Base hit right center field. Winfield cuts it off. Mosby rounds first and retreats with a 1-out hit. And that'll bring up Bell. George is 1 for 2. Throw to first. Mosby is back. Shirley from the stretch. Ground ball that will be misplayed by Shirley. He is not a good fielder. He picks it up and will just hold it. That went off his glove. And Shirley, with a fielding percentage of .864, just didn't know what to do with it. And by the time he grabbed a hold of it, Bell is standing on first and Mosby's on second. Brad says, number 1 year, my little brother drafted Damaso Marte in a fantasy league because he confused him with Damaso Garcia, even though 15 years had passed. Well, you know, if he was a left-handed pitcher, you just never know. Here's Barfield. Shirley struck him out the last time. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Shirley from the stretch. There's a ground ball to third. Might be 2. Pagliarillo stops. Randolph 1. Mattingly for 2. What a play by Pags. Not only robbing Barfield of a hit, but going around the horn to keep it a scoreless game. No runs, a hit in the air does not hurt. We go to the bottom of the 6th. No score. So Weiniger, Pasqua, and Randolph. Butch is 0 for 1 with a walk. About 5 people have made the "Don't Call Me Shirley" joke on the stream, including me 2 or 3 times. And if Bob keeps throwing clean frames, you'll call him Shirley all you want. Weiniger is 0 for 1 with a walk. Into right, Barfield. Range is over. 1 out. Todd confuses Mo Vaughn with Big Papi. Well, they both were about as good defensively. No, it's all right. Jokes are good. Here's Pasqua. Dan is 0 for 2. Into right center. That's well hit, but that will stay in the yard. 2 out. 67 degrees now at the stadium, and the winds are gently blowing out to 3. George Scott, the boomer. Speaking of first baseman that wore helmets, I did not know that John Olerud was a pitcher in college. Willie Randolph is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch to Willie. Ground ball to short. Fernandez makes the play. George Scott played Patton. That's true. That's true. And somehow played for the Red Sox and the Brewers. We go to the 7th, no score. Jeff Burrows will lead off for the Jays here in the 7th. Burrows, Upshaw, and Martinez. John had a crush on Shirley Partridge. And so when you watch the sound or the Music Man, I bet you just loved Marion the Librarian, didn't you? Burrows has walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Base hit right side. Pass a diving Randolph. And both teams have 5 hits. Patton returned. Luckily, Sam Horn didn't. So 1 on, nobody out for Upshaw. Willie has struck out twice. When replaying your favorite team, no matter what engine you use, Murphy's Law is very apparent. What go wrong will go wrong on cards and dice or action. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Upshaw Base hit right center field. Winfield cuts it off. Burrows will round second and hold. And so Shirley, boy, he can use some run support, couldn't he? Here's Buck Martinez. He's 0 for 2. Nobody out. Top the 7th in a scoreless game. And he got him. 2-2 curve just below the belt. 1 out. Here's Ord. Garth is 1 for 2 with a single. Burrows on second. Upshaw on first. Got him! So Shirley is kind of like Judge Wapner. He's taking the matters into his own hands. He's striking them out. An 0-2 swing and a miss. Mike would tell me if that was the wrong picture. So here's Tony Fernandez. He's 0 for 2 and has grounded into a double play. No score here, top of the 7th. First meeting of the year between the Blue Jays and the Yankees. Shirley deals. Ground ball to Meacham. Bobby is going to go a long way to Mattingly, and Tony is out. They get out of it. Stretch time, no score. So again, the Yankees and Blue Jays are in September form here on this cool night in New York. Pagliarulo, Meacham, and Henderson to face Alexander. Did you know? No, I didn't. George Sisler, the great hitter for the St. Louis Browns, started his career as a pitcher. 40% of his career wins, so 2, were 1-0 games versus Walter Johnson. That's a pretty good tool. And the Dice Gods are a cruel... See, I can do math. The Dice Gods are a cruel bunch, especially the electronic ones. Pagliarulo 1 for 2 with a single. Base hit up the middle. And the Yankees have their 6th hit. Here's Meacham. Bobby has a sacrifice bunt already. Upshaw hold behind Pagliarulo. Ord playing for the bunt. Yes, I did interview them not on the same day, but Tabletop Delaware Chris and Kurt Berglund. Absolutely. Pitch to Meacham. Fly ball right center field. Mosby coming in. Makes the catch and Pags goes back to first. 1 out for Ricky, 1 for 3. Henderson has a single. Remember, in the first inning, he was thrown out trying to steal second. Thank you. Alexander, his opening 27, 99 pitches, 6 in the 3rd inning, 6 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Pitch to Ricky, in the left. Fernandez running over. He's on the grass in short left and will make the catch. 2 out. And so we're pretty much down to how do your fingernails taste time here. Here's Mattingly. Dawn has singled and doubled. He is 2 for 3 and is now hitting .301. How many times did the computer convert a 1 chance of a... Yep. It's always... I always, get Tourette's playing strat hockey when it hits that 1 chance on the D20 that the goal is scored or the goal is stopped. Pitch to Mattingly. Don laces out one into right center field. Barfield's going to pick it up. Pagliarulo will move because Barfield bobbles the ball. So Mattingly is going to take second. Pagliarulo on third. And for the Blue Jays, that's their third error. Barfield doesn't. Yeah, one. That's exactly right. A 20 on a 1-19. So runners on second and third, 2 out for Winfield. Yeah, Kurt is just such a brilliant guy, isn't he? Winfield has struck out twice. He won't this time. Ground ball to Fernandez. Snap throw to first, and there's still no score. Battingly and Paliarulo are left on base. No runs, 2 hit, and again, we've had 5 errors, and they haven't hurt. We go to the 8th in a scoreless tie. So Shirley, his opening 27, 7 innings. All right, John, hope you're feeling better. 6 hits, a walk. He struck out 7, 101 pitches for his opening 27. Here's Garcia. He is 0 for 3. Pitch to Garcia. Ground ball over the mound. Meacham reaches over. Bang banger to first, and Garcia is out by an eyelash. Yeah, Bert, he's just wonderful. He really is. Here's Mosby. Lloyd is 2 for 3. He has singled twice and struck out. And now you kind of wonder whether the AI is going to go make a change here, because it's lefty versus lefty. Although Mosby has 2 with the Blue Jays 6 hits. Stays in the game. Ground ball to Randolph. Willie. 2 out. You're quite welcome, Todd. Who can hit a righty? Here's George Bell. Apparently not many people can hit Bob Shirley. Bell 1 for 3. He has singled and grounded into a double play. And you couldn't really ask for a better opener between these two teams and what you got going on right now. Pitch to Bell. There's a line drive to Meacham, and Bob is there to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom 8, no score. So Baylor, Weiniger, and Pasqua to face Alexander. In a tense affair in New York on a Monday night. Baylor 1 for 3. Long gone. Oh, my stars. That's in the old bleachers. And the Yankees lead it 1-0. That one glanced off the flagpole. Let's watch it again. That would be a Ballantine blast. Holy smokes. $1,000 free luckies to the vets. And the first 5 people to get a free cannoli from Phil Rizzuto's Cannolis. Oh my goodness. So Baylor, yeah, he's earning that Silver Slugger Award for sure. And so that's how Alexander loses the shutout. Here's Weiniger. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Pitch to Butch. Into left center. Mosby, 1 out. Goodness. Baylor just crushed that one. Here's Pasqua. Dan is 0 for 3. Yes, Baylor knows how to look at a clock. That one was one WABCU. Pitch to Pasqua. That's into left. The crowd likes it. Bell going back. They might like it for a reason. And that ball is gone. That's in the pans. And now it's 2-0 New York. 2 solo homers from Doyle Alexander. Baylor and Pasqua. And Baylor's shot, Pasqua's shot was an opposite field job. So the Blue Jays have found the wrong time to start struggling. Remember, they lost 3 out of 4 against the Tigers at home. And the Yankees are 3 outs away from taking the first of the year between these two. Here's Randolph. Willie 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Both of the homers were out to Death Valley. Helps if I hit the right button. Ball 4. So Alexander has lost the script here with 1 out in the 8th. Here's Pagliarulo. He is 2 for 3. He has singled twice. Throw to first. And Randolph is back. Yeah, Pasqua was not... You wouldn't want to buy those baseball cards to retire with, for sure. Pitch to Pagliarulo. Ground ball to Upshaw. Willie goes to Fernandez for a 1, and that will be the only play. There's 2 out. Pags on first. Beecham is 0 for 2. Yeah, I remember Bobby Mercer, more as a broadcaster than a player. So 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Yankees. Both of their runs on solo homers to left, Baylor and Pasqua. Brad apparently had his oatmeal this morning. Pitch to Martinez and Alexander get on the same page. And Meacham draws the walk. Pasqua was better than Kevin Moss. Don Mattingly would agree. Johnny Mercer and his orchestra. They'll be playing the new theme song on Digital Dice. Dave doesn't know that yet. Here's Ricky. He's 1 for 4. Alexander just needs a 1 batter. 7 2/3, 139 pitches. He faced 36 of them. 9 hits. The 2 homers coming here in the 8th. Baylor and Pasqua. He has walked 3 and struck out 3. Ricky is 1 for 4. Ground ball to third. Org should end the inning. They're going to go along over to first to get Henderson, and that will retire the side. Bob Shirley trying to get the shutout. Yankees, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. The solo shots by Baylor and Pasqua make it 2-0 New York. Yeah, you won't hear that on the Fortnite stream. Roger Repos. Yep, that's another. Yep. 45 and partly cloudy in the Pacific Northwest. A softball doubleheader D. Scott Howard headed to. Jesse Barfield's 0 for 3. He has struck out and grounded into a double play. The Yankees need 3 outs. You need your Brian Taylor cards to go up. He's dead, right? Pitch to Barfield. Liner to left. Pasqua, 1 out. So they're 2 outs away. Here's Burrows, 1 for 2. He has singled, walked, and struck out. Rex Hudler is, of course, tied on the Jay Johnstone variety. Rex Hudler? He was a utility player for years and is still a broadcaster. Roger Repos played at Washington Western State College. Or DJ'd on WWSC AM 1450 in Glens Falls, New York. One of the two. Hudler is a card, but I believe St. Louis was one of his teams, yeah. Pitch to Burrows, and there's a liner in the right that's going to drop in front of Winfield, and Billy Martin will come out to get Bob Shirley. Well, maybe not. They're going to let him pitch to Upshaw. Lefty versus lefty. Willie is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out twice. So they'll keep him in there for that, and then they'll make the switch for Buck, I would think, depending on what happens here. Weiniger and Shirley get together. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball to right, but Winfield will bring it down. 2 out. Brian Taylor, guard for the New York Nets. I don't know. That's a little bit before my time. 2 out. And with that batting average, we'll let Shirley face Buck. Buck is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Last chance for the Blue Jays in this one. The Yankees 1 on, 2 out. They lead 2-0. Now you know the true Mantle rookie card is the 51 Bowman, not the 52 Topps. Pitch to Martinez. Buck swings into right field, and the Yankees are going to win this. Dave Winfield gets it, and that is it. Bob Shirley has shut out the Toronto Blue Jays. I'd take Hudler, sure. And so Bob Shirley gets his second win of the year. The Yankees are 30-23. The Blue Jays fall to 35-22. 9-2 for the York. They're left on 11. Blue Jays, no runs, 7 hits, 3 errors, and they left on 7. The Yankees turned 3 double plays. Bob Shirley is your digital dice MVP. He goes the distance, throws a 7-hitter, a walk, and 7 strikeouts through 123 pitches. Doyle Alexander, the 2 home runs in the 8th. Baylor and Pasqua the difference. 8 innings, 9 hits, both the runs are earned. He walked 3 and struck 3, and struck out 3. And Shirley bobbed his way to a win. Good, that's a good one. I like that one. So no live stream tomorrow. Sunday at noon Eastern, the AFC wildcard game from 1984 as that replay resumes for a 9-week run. The Patriots and the Raiders from Los Angeles using Pro Strategy Football 2022. The other wildcard game is going to be the Bears and the Giants. All right, here's the other games from Monday, June 10th, 1985. The Expos beat the Cubs 5-3. Lucas 2-0. George Frazier falls to 1-5. Jeff Reardon gets his 12th save. Cardinals beat the Pirates 2-1. Danny Cox goes to 7-1. Rick Roden wants to talk about his golf game. He falls to 3-7. Sixto Lezcano 1 for 1 with 2 walks. Giants beat the Braves 6-5. Jim Gott goes to 4-4. Zane Smith falls to 1-4. Brian Harper Harper 1 for 3. It was Thelma, and she had a triple and a walk. Mets pound out 17 hits and a 9-1 drubbing of the Phillies. Sid Fernandez goes to 3-1. John Denny couldn't even get the moon over Miami Grand Slam special at Denny's. He's 1-10 now. Mookie Wilson 3 for 5 with a double and 2 stolen bases. The Twinkies 26 hits. The Indians 4 errors. 16-6 the final. All right, Matt, thanks for being along. Could be Rhoda Harper, too. Frank Viola goes to 6-6. Creel 1-5. Gary Gaetti 4 for 5, his 7th of the year. He drives in 5. The Red Sox don't believe in defense. They commit 4 errors, but beat Milwaukee 6-1. Bobby Ojeda beats Teddy Higuera. Ojeda 5-3. Higuera 4-3. And not Steve Sachs goes 3 for 3 with a double. Dodgers beat the Reds 3-2. Rick Honeycutt goes to 2-3. John Stuper falls to 0-6. And Greg Brock 2 for 4 with the 7th of the year. Tigers 9, Orioles 6. Jack Morris goes to 4-9. Denny Martinez is 0-9. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. Lee Lacy 4 for 5, his 3rd with a double. Houston beats the Padres 3-1. Bob Depper 6-4. Lamar Hoyt falls to 6-6. Terry Poole 3 for 4 with a triple. California beats the Rangers 7-6. Donnie Moore 6-2. Welsh is 0-1. Brian Downing with his 8th of the year, 3 for 5 and 4 RBI. Kansas City beats Oakland 3-2. Charlie Leibrandt goes to 6-6. Tim Burtsis 1-1. And Jim Sundberg, 2 for 4, 6 of the year, and drives in 3. And last but not least, Seattle beats Chicago 5-4. The Mariners are at 500 and in second place. Best 4-0. Jimmy Fallon is 0-2. It's not Jimmy Fallon. And Jim Presley, 2 for 4, his 10th of the year, and 2 doubles. So when we're with you on Monday afternoon at noon Eastern for more baseball, it'll be the White Sox and the Mariners. Tuesday, Baltimore and Detroit from Tiger Stadium. Wednesday, Toronto at the Fins to face the Red Sox. And then the last game of the week, there you go. Where's my Dodger fans? You're up against Houston. So that's the next four for you. The Dodgers and the Astros to close out next week. Until Sunday at noon, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time.